Shabbat Shalom. This coming Shabbat, we read Parshat Vayechi, the last of Breshit, on what for us is the first Shabbat of 2015. It's an incredible scene, this Parsha Vayechi. Picture this. Jacob is in his last breaths. He's lying on his bed, and all he wants is to spend time with his descendants, to give each of them one quick blessing, if you will. It, of course, begins with his famous blessing of Ephraim and Manasseh that still serves today as the introduction for the blessing that we give our Jewish sons on Friday evening. Each son of Jacob individually gets a blessing, except for Simeon and Levi, whose blessing is given to them together. If you remember from just a few short weeks ago, we read the story of Dinah, where Simeon and Levi so angrily and savagely attack and kill all the people of Shechem after he had defiled their sister. At the time, Jacob gets very angry at them, and we're a little bit perplexed by Jacob's reaction, but in this week's Torah portion, we get a little bit of an insight into why Jacob was so upset at them. Jacob brings Simeon and Levi together, and he gives them a blessing together. Everybody else an individual blessing, but not Simeon and Levi. And to them, what he says is, "Cursed be your anger." You see, Jacob understands that Simeon and Levi have a tendency to allow their anger to get the best of them and to push them to do things that in a rational, conscious moment they might otherwise not do. Or, if you will, to say it even, I think, a little bit more importantly, it allows themselves to do things that they would never otherwise do, knowing that they are wrong. But in a moment where their anger takes them over, they just can't stop. In this moment, Jacob is recognizing that as much as Simeon and Levi are his sons, they have this trait that will allow them to have anger overtake every rational mind that they could possibly put forth. You know, it's interesting. There's times as a parent where you need to have a little bit of anger. When your child runs into the street without looking either way, you're not going to politely tell them never to do that. You're going to scream at them. But Jacob understands something that we would do well to understand in modern times, both in our community and throughout the world, and that is that anger, when going unchecked, can lead people to do horrific things. And so Jacob understood, even when he reacted in a few short weeks ago to the episode with Dinah, he knew that Simeon and Levi's anger could overtake them, and that's ultimately what he saw as most important. Shabbat Shalom.